say towards the end because who knows how long this final dungeon is. Let's see. It was 13 and then 5 and then 15. This is going to be a slow journey. Getting 3 Atla per floor. Gonna be one slow journey. Mimic what I say. Yeah, the sounds on those mimics are quite loud. Definitely a mimic. Oh, I forgot to mark. I'll find like a fade to black or something like that. I'm pretty sure I saved after leaving the dungeon, so maybe I'll just do it after this one. Dragon Quest VIII on 3DS has been neat too. You love the Akira Toriyama visuals and the goofy British voice acting. I think I mentioned this before. Dragon Quest VIII is one of the few Dragon Quest games that I own. Never finished it though. I think I reached a point where it just required a little bit too much grinding, or maybe I wanted to grind for something and I just lost interest. I have no idea why I set down that game, but could also just be that it was a Dragon Quest game. Alright, this is definitely a mimic. Once again, we're at full HP. I feel like the most obnoxious thing would be poison. Another ring for you? Holy cow. The goddess ring. Okay. Lots of holy. Ooh, you have those. Ooh. Thing is I would have to level this up to 5 in order to make use of that stuff. And you want a lot of things. Let me equip this real quick. How much damage it does. Oof. Yeah, that's gonna take too long. Maybe if I didn't sell that one powder. I knew you weren't a real one. Let's see, it looks like I don't need to change here. And it's been enjoyable so far. On the mission where you find her currently. Currently 3DS version is the most complete version thanks to the bonus content. I'm really curious how long the 3DS version is, because the PlayStation 2 version is like a long game. Alright, I'll save and mark here. My inventory space. Yeah, we're good. Whoa, what the heck are you? Yes, 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 yes. I know, I know. Well. So much for that plan. 60 hours, you believe? Dragon Quest games and JRPGs overall tend to be lengthy, though, let's face it. Yeah, but Dragon Quest games are a little bit longer. I don't know if you've ever heard of... It's either Dragon Quest 6 or Dragon Quest 7. Oh, first. What will I do? You know, back of your head it. You know, instead of facing it. Funny. Hey, Mr. JRPG. Having a blast from the past? Slowly but surely. You own Dragon Quest VII on 3DS, if that's what I'm talking about. There is a Dragon Quest game out there that's like legitimately a like 200-hour game on your first playthrough. I think it's 7. Mr. JRPG would know. You believe that is 7? Yeah. Oh, hey, we can upgrade this. You want the metal stuff? I'm guessing you want attack as... No, you don't need attack. Metal stuff and rock. So I just gave you attack to get something out of my inventory. Give you rock. Not good with rock, not good with metal stuff. Unfortunate. Oh, I was like, I thought there was another enemy here. And then this guy just hops into my face. Alright, definitely a mimic. Where are you? Not a mimic. I guess the guy is from the past, and he did the blast, so that works. It's funny because it's true. Although I'm guessing blast from the past probably references the Big Bang. That would be my guess. Not that I know anything. Never played the PlayStation 1 version and did not get far into the 3DS remake to comment much on it. Jesus. Yeah, you were talking... yeah, 7 is ginormous, so you wouldn't be surprised. Good thing you plan on doing 8, maybe 11, and that's kinda it. Sounds like a plan. Gonna buy some rocks. Then give you more rocks. Well, actually, you sell gems. These are giga expensive. You should find out which ones I need. Let's check out some items. I don't actually have that much money. And I can buy 3 gems. Let's save. What gems do I want? Want something that increases thunder. And those 2. Or something that increases everything. And those 2. That's probably not going to happen. Green is for the dino. I know that. Let's see. How about I sell you an attack one? Turquoise, topaz, peridot. Wind. Flying. Okay. Gives ice, but it does give rock and mimic. I was gonna say, I thought I bought one more. This gives water and flying. Alright, so I want a turquoise. Is there a way to, like, go back to the title screen? Alright. Oh, told not to tie, huh? You know, when we read text in school out loud and there was a grammatical mistake or typos in it, people would autocorrect it and would be like, that's not what it says. Well, in your thoughts. And resolve to read it exactly as it was. As if you were reading that stuff out loud. Alas, you never came across mistakes when you were, or when you was. I came across plenty of mistakes in textbooks. And when I say plenty, I mean enough that, you know, like, you could point them out. Was it the turquoise or is it the aquamarine? I think it was the turquoise. Yeah. Turquoise. Actually, come to think of it. Nobody else has a +5 weapon. That's just crazy. We have a +5 weapon. Oops. I have the attributes I want. You don't have a +5 weapon. You have a +2. What's going on over here? I keep doing that. Nope, you don't have that. You have a +5 weapon, but if I status broke this one, you'd be in a lot of trouble. And again, you do got stuff that I want. Thing is, I don't think I'll be able to get enough metal for this guy. That's a problem. But whatever. Let's save. We have one, so we know what it does. Usually when I came across an issue in a textbook, you know, that was wrong or what have you, you know, I would point it out, and you know, then I'd be told to ignore it, or I would be told what the correct answer would be. Like, what do I do to get past this door? Not a mimic. Like a boss. Why are there card enemies here? So why are these enemies named Billy? Reminding me of the Billie Jean Michael Jackson song. Now, which, you know, if you actually paid attention, so if you just like listen to that song and not really pay the lyrics any mind, you know, it has nice musicality to it. If you pay attention to the lyrics of the Billie Jean song, this song is messed up. There's actually a lot of songs out there where, you know, a lot of people would, I wouldn't say celebrate, but A lot of people like the sound of a lot of music tracks out there, but once you actually start listening to the lyrics, it's like, hold on a second. maybe you shouldn't be rocking out to this. Yeah, that was a mistake. I'm being a sucker. I think he had one teacher that noticed mistakes in books and said he would write to them to have it corrected. You don't remember whether it was your Japanese teacher in university or some other teacher in high school. The thing about textbooks when I was going to school is we never had current, up-to-date textbooks. It was always out-of-date stuff. And, the way to get the corrected information would be to buy the new textbook. Maybe that was their plan all along. Get enough students to complain. And then they're like, fine, we'll relinquish the budget for the next textbook. Yep, there's that one. Like every move you make, also creepy AF. The Creepy Astronomers Foundation. What floor were we on before this? I think it was like 60 something. Now we're on 100. It's hard. Again, who are you to talk? You rock out to Eminem and stuff like that all the time. Oh, I'm not saying it's wrong to like that music. I mean, I listen to Brother Lynch Hung, and he raps about eating people. You know? And I don't want to eat people. I don't even want to be near other people, let alone eat them. Probably take care of their bodies worse than I do. Probably taste worse than I do. This is a mimic. Such a sucker. Ugh, you're a giga sucker. This dungeon does not like people changing characters. Alright, I'm gonna assume that that area over there is whatchamacallit. So both of these are mimics. I'm already wrong. 200% wrong. These are mimics. 300% wrong. 400% wrong. Can we make it 20 billion? Oh, I'll grab this right now. Generally, you two was just told the right answer. Yeah, I mean, that's the right way to go about it as an instructor, you know. It's just like, okay, you know, it has a mistake, move on. No, you're just messing. I meant to ask this before, but what did I think of NF's new album? You're actually seeing him when he comes to Portland in August. I've not listened to his new album yet. I've heard a couple of songs. I'm not, like... I mean, I guess in general nowadays, I'm not really keeping up with musical releases that much. I mean, I know Tech9 announced a new album that's coming out in July, I think, but the only reason I found out about that was because I'm following him on Twitter, and to be honest, I'm thinking about not following him on Twitter because... following you on Twitter for? Alright, so this is good. Going for this first one. Still want more. How much more could you want? Too much. Too much. I still have to build up that other side. Too much. I could go into this guy and be the bomb diggity. Who wouldn't want a destruction ring? Except I don't have the mimic and the dinosaur. What I would need to do, I would have to get rid of this swallow. Put it on the whatchamacallit, merge that together, then we just can't use this character anymore. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it wouldn't be great. I don't know what I want to do. Not really. Your intention is to help out future people, and they just dismiss it. Reminds you of that story of the molasses truck in London, where they had a crack, so molasses spilled out into the streets in small bits, and everyone ignored it. People just collected the stuff off the street for their own gain. Then the truck burst one day and flooded the city and killed a lot of people. That escalated quickly. Twitter has become interesting to say the least as of late. Your timeline has been filled with obnoxious drama from streamer peers, and you're kind of sick of it. No. That's always been Twitter. We're at full HP. Go with explosion. Oh, I had meant to go poison. It's fine. Give me a gun. Or you'll give me another fairy ring. Sure. Ooh. I wouldn't say my Twitter has been filled with much of anything. I feel like I've done a really good job of curating my Twitter so that I only see things that I don't want to say I'm interested in, but I guess, I don't know, I don't see the Twitter drama I don't see the game spoilers. I don't see people arguing about the Trails games. I don't see the Smash Bros drama, which is some crazy drama, by the way. Oh, that wind up was crazy. Things on my timeline are, let's see, every now and then I get a Tech9 tweet about his tour. Is honestly just annoying, not going to any of your tours. Sometimes I get going live tweets, which I've been weeding out. You know what? There is one person that I've been following for a really long time. They decided to change up their Twitter strategy, and now they're posting like clips of their streams and stuff, which is not necessarily a problem, but they're like a bigger streamer, and they play, you know, like new releases and things like that. Some of those new releases are games that I want to play, and it's like I don't want to see any of that. So that person's probably going to get axed sooner rather than later. They're on their last straw right now. I'm just waiting for one more clip. They haven't done it though, so. Fairy King must have had a lot of spares, so he threw them all in here. After all, we don't see any other fairies the whole game. Good, keep it that way. Yeah, I mean, like every time people say, you know, like, oh, Twitter is like absolutely awful, you know, like you see the worst stuff. I'm just like, maybe we should curate your timeline a little bit better, you know, follow people that are actually contributing to wellness and growth stuff and happy thoughts. Well, you know what? I think the vast majority of my timeline is actually Rami Ismail, which is, I guess, a game developer, maybe former game developer. He tweets a lot. Most of the stuff he tweets I'm not really interested in, but he has some very interesting takes, and a lot of his retweets are also very interesting things. Because, you know, he's tapped into the indie game industry, and I guess by extension the game industry as a whole. I follow Jason Schreier. Every now and then he'll tweet something about, you know, a story that he's breaking or what have you, and those are always fun and interesting. Wait, how do I know these things then? There are some, so the way I interpret how like Twitter works is you'll you'll follow a bunch of people and they'll all be talking about the same thing. So like if I was following a bunch of people in the Smash Bros community, then I would see all the drama in all of the Smash Bros community, because that's the only people I follow, you know? But I only follow 2 people in the Smash Bros community, EEVSU and TK Breezy. And EEVSU rarely talks about any Smash drama on Twitter, and TK Breezy usually just sends out like 2 or 3 tweets telling people that they're stupid. And you know, sometimes I'll be like, oh, you know, what are they talking about? And I'll go dive into the tweet and see you know, what's being discussed. That's basically the extent of how I learn about that stuff. But you know, if one of those 2 people don't tweet about it, then you know, I don't hear about it unless I'm watching one of their streams or some other Smash Bros person streams and they happen to mention it. Like for example, I found out that Counterlogic Gaming is shutting down as an esports organization. And you know, I don't know when that happened, but I was watching a tournament, I think, and Void, who is a Counterlogic Gaming player, he was no longer on the team. And you know, I just interpreted that as, okay, well, you know, he left. But it turns out like the entire organization is going under or selling itself, or you know, whatever's going on. And you know, I would have found that information out if I was actually following. You're just being annoying. More people in the esports industry, because that is giga insane news. Counterlogic Gaming's been around for a very long time. Back when League of Legends was just getting off the ground, basically. And then there was also rumors going around that Team Solo Mid is also scaling back, and they're going to be potentially selling off portions of their esports divisions and things like that. And you know, all of that stuff is super crazy news that I'm sure people on Twitter would be finding out like pretty much immediately, and I'm just finding things out weeks or months after the stuff has been announced. Inventory is full. Let's give you some more water. But yeah, soap. You're legit sick of it? I know you've seen the garbage too. Mr. JRPG. I think it's a symptom of following a lot of people, and especially following people that don't really align with the stuff you want to know or learn or even interact with. You know, I don't follow anybody for no reason, you know. gotta be something. You know, I'm interested in your commentary or your specific information that or field that you're involved in, or you know, something. Gotta be a good reason. Maybe not even a good reason, but just a reason. And then, you know, sometimes I unfollow those people because, you know, maybe they divert from the reason that I chose to follow them from. You know, stuff happens. I used to follow, what was his name? Adam Sessler. You know, he was from the X-Play days. I also follow Morgan Webb, but Morgan Webb, I think, has tweeted like 3 times since I've followed her. And I think all of those tweets involved the video game studio that she works at. But Adam Sessler tweets a lot. And most of the time, he's just dunking on people. And, you know, that's fun. It's interesting. It's exciting. The first couple of times. But after, you know, 6 weeks of your timeline is just him making your mom jokes at stupid people, it's like, all right, man. Everything is either best thing ever or so bad and you are a terrible person for liking it and should feel bad. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. It's as they say, negativity drives you know, brings people together or something like that. I don't know. Something dark side. I don't like you for a person for liking things you don't like. Pretty much. You've been blocked and you know others have too for just liking a tweet that the person didn't agree with. Like, come on. Oh. What's, characters get thirsty quicker. I mean, let's be a little, reasonable here. What's the difference between blocking somebody on Twitter and you know, being in a conversation, let's just say with your friends, and one of the people walks away from the conversation and you just like never speak to that person ever again? Because let's be honest, the liking of tweets in of itself, I've always thought it was really, really strange. Some people will tweet, you know, like, I had a really horrible weekend, and, you know, it made me question a lot of things in my life, and I never want my life to feel this horrible, you know, just something like super negative. And then like everybody will like it, and it's like, what is there to like about this tweet? This person is saying that they just had one of the worst times in their entire life. And you're liking the tweet? This doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, I like this. I like that you're having the worst time of your life. Alright, I'm taking the big box this time. Suckafu. You know that chicken. There's no water in this dungeon. You know that chicken did not take up that entire box. Doesn't really affect you though. It just shows who the toxic ones are. Suppose that's also fair. Try to avoid using strong language in writing and speaking. If you like it or not, as into something. Try to avoid using strong language in writing and speaking if you like or not, as into something. I'm guessing what you mean by that is, in general, whether you're writing something or you're not writing something, you tend to use like passive language or not as strong language, so that people can't really tell if you're liking whatever you're talking about. That's how I'm interpreting that. You know, sometimes I do that. I do that when I'm playing games. I try my best to hide whether I'm enjoying it or not enjoying it, or maybe I enjoy a lot of it or a little bit of it. Like when Noah the Otter showed up and he was like, "How is Dark Cloud going?" I was like, "Here's this statement about Dark Cloud that doesn't tell you how it's going." And I don't know if Noah the Otter picked up on that, or he just let it go. Big box. Suckafu. Sometimes we rock the way we rock. Fight this guy as this guy. Twitter keeps you know what, about your, I know I'm like super far behind in chat and you guys are responding, you know, I'm like 10 minutes behind on chat, but I had a similar situation actually. There was a person that used to come by the stream a decent amount and followed me on Twitter and was like promoting me on their Twitter and stuff like that. It was, you know, a really nice thing. But I tweeted out something. I'm gonna see if I could look it up actually. because this person thought it was very controversial and didn't like it. And like ever since then, the person has never showed up on in the chat, or I think even like stopped following me or something like that. And the thing about it is, you know, like sometimes people just have crazy takes, and that's just the way it goes. I don't think I'll be able to find it, but I want to check since I have to mark right now anyway. What the heck? I need to log in to do advanced search. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What was it that I tweeted about? It was such a long time ago. Do I even remember the person's name? I think so the exact words of what I said is probably important, because this could, you know, trigger some people. Let me actually look for it. Is it? This is it. Oh, wait, no. This isn't it. All right, this, people are not going to like this. I said, streaming hot take. If your one and only message in chat is to say you're lurking, I'd rather you not say anything at all. It's a distraction for no reason, and you probably don't even hear the, hey, thanks for lurking anyways. That is what I said. And I'm not saying, you know, caveats here. I'm not saying don't lurk. I'm not saying don't say exclamation point lurk. I'm saying if you show up to a stream and the only thing you say is exclamation point lurk, why bother? Just sit there and don't type anything. Save yourself the 5 keystrokes, you know? But anyways, someone responded saying, let people support you as they please, or they won't come back at all. I don't know about you, but I don't like the idea of my growth on social media becoming stagnant because of my own doing or need to post a hot take. To which I responded, I certainly can't dispute the good intentions behind supporting as they please. Point yours, you know? People support however they want to. To everything after that, the part doesn't resonate with me much, or doesn't resonate as much with me personally, so at the risk of lighting myself on fire, it just feels demoralizing to me to see a new message in chat and it be exclamation point lurk as their first message. There's excitement in getting new messages that you can interact with, and I can't do that with a lurk message. Raw talk, been streaming since 2016, and compared to this person and my peers, I'm a miserable failure. However, while I'm more than willing to change my opinions, a fear of stagnation won't be the reason I stop voicing them. I'm not trying to gatekeep, just voicing my a pet peeve. Just like Just like I don't like slow drivers, barking dogs, and silent protagonists. If you don't agree, that's fair. If you move on, that's fair. I'll still be around if you decide to come back, and I appreciate that you watched. That's what I said. There was a response of we all have people who will immediately lurk. It's going to be unavoidable. IDK. Complaining about it feels like complaining your least favorite season is happening. It's just unavoidable. But if you're getting a lot of lurkers, I think about how I can keep them engaged in chat. And, I responded, I think there's a lot of nuance lost in my statement. I don't have a problem with lurkers. They are, in fact, my favorite and preferred type of viewer. I just don't like the announcement of lurking as the only message they post. I'd rather they lurk without the message. And that's basically that. Oh my gosh. Darn you, Noah the Otter. But yeah, that's just how I feel, Like it's a hot take because nobody else will publicly agree with somebody making that statement, because people on the internet are going to say you're saying you don't like lurkers. And funnily enough, the first person to comment on that in like a negative way was somebody saying basically that exact same thing. And it's not a war on lurkers. It's just, show up and say, hey, how's it going? I'm gonna lurk for a bit, but I just wanted to say that I'm here or something like that, and then type in /lurk. Like there's levels to it. But anyways, let's mark.